everyone. It's great to be here. My name is Lola Oduba. The network is Expose TV. If you have not joined the Expose TV network, you're missing the way to become the best version of you. Expose TV, as you know, is an aspirational channel where we want to encourage you to just bring out the best that you have in you, those things that you dream to achieve, those things that you dare to become. Expose TV is here to give it all to you, whether it's our pep talk, whether it's our trend talk, whether it's our boss moves, whether it's our movies, whether it's our situationship programs, just everything that makes your life exciting. My name again is Lola Oduba. Today we're going to be taking the topic of leadership. Who is a leader? Are leaders actually born? Or are they developed? Stay tuned and let's come back to take this topic together. If you're not a leader yet, I can assure you, at the end of this program, you'd have learned one or two skills on how to become that leader that you see yourself becoming in future. See you again soon. Gather around and let's take this topic together. Stay tuned. Welcome back. And if you remember, the network is Expose TV. My name is Lola Oduba. Today, we're going to be taking you on the topic of leadership. Now, a lot of people think really that, all those leaders that we have, whether it's the president of a country or is a leader of the Senate president or the local government chairman or even, let's take a Dangote, that all of these people just assumed leadership from day one. What am I trying to say? A leader is not born. A leader is groomed. A leader is developed. A leader goes through ranks and files. So you just don't assume leadership in one day. You have to go through several processes to become a leader. A lot of people also assume, I remember back then that when you're in secondary school, a lot of people think that those people end up being your head girl, your prefects, are the ones who are going to become leaders of tomorrow. Well, yes, those leadership qualities are there, but just because you were not a prefect in school does not mean that you cannot achieve leadership positions. To become a leader, there are just several steps that you must take into consideration. What are these steps? Of course, it's your way of communication. That's how you deal with people, how you talk to people, how you relate with people, and of course, the message that you want to give across. Are you able to pass a message effectively? Do people understand where you're coming from? If you haven't gone to that level, what you need to do is practice every day. Practice with your siblings, practice with people around you. Some people are so aggressive. When they come into a room, the energy is just off. Some people are calm, and when they come into the room, they are almost non-existent. You don't want to be any of those. You want to be assertive. You want to have presence. You want to have a voice. You want to know what you're doing. That means be calculative at all times. You want your emotional intelligence to be as high as possible. Emotional intelligence to be able to assess situations, to be able to assess people, because people, you may not know who you're really dealing with. But if you want to become a leader, you must be able to look behind the facade of what they put to you and assess who is truly an asset and who is a fake. Now, what you do with those fakes, if you want to be a leader, is to put them aside and focus on the ones who are on a journey with you. To be a leader, you have to learn to delegate. Delegate and know that you cannot assume all aspects of your business or your enterprise or your position, whether it's a government office or whatever it is. To be a leader, you must learn to give people tasks. You must learn to give people tasks to do, and not just give them tasks to do, you must ensure that those tasks are completed on time. To be a leader is not an easy thing, because you have the possibility of not being liked. But in leadership, you're not there to be liked. You're there at all times to get the job done. So if you want to be a leader and you're thinking everybody needs to like you may not go far. You have to, yes, while you want to get along with people, you want to make them see your point of view, you have to ensure that people are consistent in their actions. To be a leader is not an easy thing. Now, to be a leader also, the next thing is you must learn to be innovative. You cannot stay on one point of view. You must learn to listen to the people around you, even the ones who you are grooming, the ones who are under you. You must learn to have a listening ear. Listen to what they're saying, because what they're saying could actually widen your perspective to whatever it is that you need to do. To be a leader also, you must be a mentor. Those under you must learn something. Those under you must learn to grow. They must be humble enough to want to listen, to be able to grow and become leaders themselves. So to be a leader is a wide range of things. When we come back again, we will continue on aspects of leadership and how to develop yourself to become a leader of tomorrow. Welcome back. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about leadership, those skills that you need to acquire to become who you want to be tomorrow. Because believe me, leadership is not a one-day thing. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes every day you are just putting in one thing or the other. And if you remember just before we went on the break, we talked about decision making. We talked about, of course, time management. We talked about so many things. We're going to continue on those topics now and those little things that you must have, to become the leader that you aspire to be tomorrow. Now, the next topic, of course, that we're going to take right now is time management. I spoke about it a bit earlier, but I'm going to expatiate on it now, because to be a leader, you must be time conscious. You must put time to everything that you have to do. You cannot just allow that, oh, I need to do this, and then there's no time for me to submit, there's no deadline, and then, that way you can't grow. And to be a leader, an effective leader, and of course, you must be a time manager. It's one of the most crucial things to leadership. You must, even when you have staff, delegate and make sure that everyone delivers on time. If not, the company that you're planning to build cannot become a company that becomes something that people look up to tomorrow. It takes time. You have to learn to now go extra hours. If people work 9 to 5, you better be willing to work 9 to 9. That's the truth. If the original working hours are 9 to 5, to become a leader, you have to make sure you give more. You put in more. You put in more. You strive for excellence. You strive for perfection. There is nothing as complete perfection, but there is something as striving to become the best that you can be. Once you are able to do that, then you're on your way to becoming a leader for tomorrow. Now, the next thing you want to do is, of course, to mentor. To be a leader, you must have a plan on which you have people who have learned under you, who have also become like you, who are also better than you in some aspects, because that is the way. We find a lot of times in Nigeria that when the owner dies, I remember MKO Abiola. He had conquered airlines, he had conquered newspapers, he had so many things, so many businesses, bookshops, everything. And you now begin to wonder, such a great man, dead, and then nobody to, take over that business. No one to continue all those wonderful projects that he started. I'm sure he must have been a leader. I'm sure, of course, we all know that he laid his life down for Nigeria, but unfortunately, we've seen so many of the projects that he started just die off. We also now have Awolowo, who was a great man. And till now, we see so many of his companies, so many things that he founded, so many things that he initiated still going on. We have the free education that's, of course, still going on in Lagos State. And I think that's Jakonde, Lateef Jakonde, who was a former governor of Lagos. And then, to be a leader, you must impact for the next generation to take over what you've done. You must do not wait until all of those dreams that you have, all of those leadership qualities that you have, die with you. You must take it on to the next generation so that they can continue from where you stopped. The next thing you want to do is to inspire trust in others. Trust is a very, very important thing in leadership. Your word must be your bond. Your actions must be backed by proof, meaning that when you say something, you stick with it, and people know that that person is someone they can trust and they can believe their word. Those are all parts of leadership qualities. The fact that people can trust what you say. Of course, you must also have employee management. You must know how to manage your employees. You must know how to, collect some feedback from them, hear what they are thinking, listen to what they are saying, even put in some of their suggestions into actions. It may not be all their suggestions, but some of their suggestions to grow the company forward so that it's not just you making all the decisions. Obviously, there must be feedback and you must listen as a company to be able to move forward. The next thing I want you to do is to be accountable. As a leader, you must be accountable. You can't just say, oh, because I'm a leader or I'm grooming myself to be a leader. It starts from even you not being a leader. Once you are still grooming yourself, you must learn to be accountable. Accountable for your actions, accountable for your time, accountable for your plans, accountable for the decisions that you take. You must learn to be accountable. Let's stop there today. Believe me, leadership is all about conflict resolution. That's the truth. How you handle conflict when they come to you and how you resolve them when you want to make decisions. On your path to leadership, take all these points that I've spoken about today and see you at the top. My name again remains Lola Oduba. Follow us today at Expose TV on Facebook, at Expose TV on YouTube, of course on Instagram, we're Expose_TV. See you again and keep on bringing out the best in you. See you later.